Hello everyone. In this video we're going to be taking a look at an article from the Chicago Tribune. As you can see here, it was written by Nareda Morano, which would explain a lot on the slant of the story, and it was published on March 8th, 2018. Salvadorians and other temporary immigrants weigh what's next after the U.S. withdraws welcome mat. And I love how they put temporary in quotes. No, they are actual temporary immigrants, and they're not fucking immigrants. They are temporary refugees. Let's get fucking facts straight, okay? They didn't immigrate here. They came here as fucking refugees and have refugee status. They are temporary refugees. Let's be factually correct here, Nareda, whatever the hell your name is. Nareda. And I love this. Okay, they are temporary. They were supposed to be here for a short time. And the article starts out like this. More than 2 decades after he fled civil war in his native El Salvador, Mauro Navarro doesn't want to give up his claim to the American dream. Well, you know what? He had over 20 fucking years to apply for a fucking green card, you dumb bitch. Because you are a dumb bitch, Nareda. Thinking you can push this narrative when that's the fact right there. He's had over 2 decades to apply for a green card, to apply for citizenship. And because he was a refugee, he actually has the benefit of being able to go through the system a little bit easier. Navarro, 45, has been shielded from deportation through temporary protected status, a federal program for immigrants who are unable to return to their countries because of armed conflicts, environmental disasters, or other extraordinary and temporary conditions. Oh, I love your misrepresentation here, bitch. You really are. You are a sleazy bitch, because they are not temporarily protected immigrants. They are temporary refugees that are unable to return to their countries because of those reasons. Let's be factually correct here. See, you're trying to play that whole immigrant thing, which illegals are not immigrants. They are illegals. They are illegal aliens. They are not illegal immigrants. They are not immigrants in any way, shape, or form. Because to be an immigrant, you come to a country legally. That's what immigrant is. Otherwise, you're a criminal. It's that simple. Sorry. I mean, this is fucking hilarious. Oh, God. But as with many who signed up for temporary status, Navarro's stay turned out not to be temporary. He built a life in the United States for 25 years, only to be told that it's time for him to go home. Yeah, because he didn't do anything himself to try to remedy this situation and make sure that he wasn't going to have a point when he would have to go home. He didn't apply for a green card, okay? He didn't apply, to be a legal resident alien, as I'm saying with a green card. He didn't apply for citizenship. He didn't make an effort. So now he should just get special treatment because he didn't fucking make an effort when there are people who busted their ass to get into this country legally, who paid tens of thousands of dollars to get their green cards and did so, from the third world before coming here, saved that money and did all that. This guy's here in the U.S. and he couldn't come up with the money. He couldn't, take care of that situation himself. Are you kidding me? You are a disingenuous sleazebag. Secretary of Homeland Security Christian Nielsen announced in January that the program for El Salvador would be phased out by September 9th, 2019. Salvadorians have until March 19th to re-register and renew their work permits a final time. Again, temporary situation. They've had 25 years. They didn't take the 25 years to, apply for, full legal resident status or citizenship. You are pathetic. In Chicago area, many facing this plight. The status also is ending for immigrants from Haiti, Sudan, and Nicaragua. Wait a minute. In the Chicago area, many are facing this plight. The status is also ending for immigrants from Haiti, Sudan, and Nicaragua are feeling overlooked in the debate on immigration reform. They're not fucking immigrants. They're fucking refugees. They are officially listed as temporary refugees. There is nothing on their paperwork. There's nothing on their status that says they are immigrants, that they immigrated here. We took them in as temporary refugees. And on the note of the fucking Haitians, if your girl Hillary didn't fucking rob the country blind with the Clinton fucking administration, the Clinton Foundation, okay, and maybe put that money to fix fucking Haiti that she pocketed it, those people that are gonna have to go back to Haiti would be going back to a freaking country that's in decent fucking shape. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus. Politicians have focused on the plight of so-called dreamers who are in danger of losing protections under the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals program. But holders of this status say they are dreamers too. No, they're not dreamers. Their parents, they were adults. They made their fucking bed, and now they get to lie in it because they're adults. They came here as adults. They had every opportunity to apply for permanent residency or for citizenship. And now they want to play I'm a dreamer? No, you're a fucking moron who was pocketing money or sending it home, okay, and didn't save up and think about, your future. Now you're screwed. Deal with it. Go back to your freaking country, okay, take 10 grand and apply for citizenship or apply for re-entry into the United States as a legal alien. Oh, that might work. Or renew for that one more year, get your ass in gear, get all your fucking paperwork in, and maybe you might beat that deadline. Who knows? We can't just sit back with our arms crossed, said Navarro of Carpentersville. We have 18 months to fight. You sat there for 25 fucking years, you dumb shit, with your arms crossed. You didn't make an effort to try to become a legal resident alien or a citizen of this country. Fuck off. Go back to your fucking country now. Alright? You didn't make an effort. Why the fuck should we bend over backwards? Because you didn't want to take an effort in dealing with your shit. Fuck you! My ancestors who immigrated here jumped through all the fucking hoops. You should too. You got special treatment. And even with that special treatment and being here and being able to apply for those things, okay, you still couldn't do it. And now you want to act like you're getting screwed over and you're having something taken from you? You had a privilege extended to you. That privilege is over. It's not a right. This is pathetic. Under the Temporary Protected Status Program, established in 1990, the federal government can grant protections for immigrants from a particular country for 6 to 18 months and then renew a country's status if conditions remain unsafe. I love how you keep misrepresenting this. It's not immigrants. It's for fucking refugees. It says right in it. The title of the freaking law actually has refugee in it. Because it's the temporary protected refugee something, refugees in it somewhere. And I love how you keep that out because you're trying to muddy the water between refugees and immigrants. And you're trying to, like legal immigrants. And you're trying to muddy the same waters between illegal aliens and immigrants with this. You are sleazy. You are so pathetic. I mean, this is so pathetic. Under the Temporary Protection Status Program, it's established in 1990. 18 months. Oh, sorry, I already read that. It is not unusual for the designation to end after 2 or 3 years, but many immigrants being affected now have held status for 10 or 20 years and have established deep roots in the United States. Many have American-born spouses and children. Yes, because the Democrats fucking let them stay. You had Obama rubber stamping the shit, going, oh yeah, we're going to have them popping out kids, making anchor babies, meeting with American women and men and marrying them, and we're going to have them become anchors as well. There was a fucking plan to this. There was a method to this madness, because Obama could have sent them back, but he didn't. And it's because the Democrats want the votes. And they'll do whatever they can to slant voting in their favor. Like this. And these people are the ones who are paying for it, because Obama for the last 8 years. And then Baby Bush for 8 years. Extended this shit. Kept extending it. Blame them. The rest of the country shouldn't have to pay because they were moronic shitbags who didn't want to say, oh, you got to go back. I mean, Bill Clinton, with this whole El Salvador, with this guy, was the one. Okay? And then Baby Bush never came up. He just kept extending the shit. We never even heard about it. I mean, the bottom line is, I don't care. The law doesn't care that they have kids. And see, the thing is, if they have American spouses, they can apply for a fucking green card. Oh my God, how hard is that one? Oh, they can apply for a green card if they have an American spouse. They can apply for citizenship if they have an American spouse. You leave these things out because you're trying to portray this story that's complete, misrepresentative bullshit. And you know what? Their children are American citizens. So what if they got to go back to El Salvador with their parents? When they're 18, they can come back. When they're an adult, they can just decide to show up and go, yeah, I'm an American. And they get let right the fuck in. Because these people didn't make an effort, we have to feel bad for them? No. I mean, you're pathetic. Under the Trump administration, the Department of Homeland Security has moved to end temporary protected status for immigrants from El Salvador, Haiti, Sudan, and Nicaragua, but extended it for South Sudan and Syria. It's refugees. Oh my God. You literally went in to Microsoft Word or whatever you use as your editor. You went to the find function. You typed in refugee and you put in replace with immigrant. And refugees you did replace with immigrants. I mean, literally, you are completely misrepresenting what this is. It's refugee status, not immigrants. Immigrants means that you're coming here legally to live for the rest of your life, in theory. Refugee, doesn't denote whether you're going to be a permanent status or temporary. Oh, you are so sleazy. The agency will still decide whether to end the programs for Honduras, Nepal, Yemen, and Somalia. Well, Somalia, Syria, Sudan, all of them. We shouldn't be taking in refugees from those shitholes. Unless they're fucking extremely, extremely vetted. Which people like you seem to have a problem with vetting. Administrative officials have said those lengthy stays run contrary to Congress's intent that the program be used to provide temporary protection. Yes, because it's temporary refugee. The White House Chief of Staff John Kelly emphasized that the program is temporary after visiting Haiti in June 2017 when he was still serving as Homeland Security Secretary. The point is not that there be a complete recovery from an ills in the country, Kelly said in an interview with AP. The point is, whatever the event is that caused TPS to be granted, that event is over and they can return, which is the case in all of these situations. That event has been over. Their events have been over for a long, long, long time. Time to go home. Bye-bye. Illinois is home to about 4,073 people with temporary protected status, a fraction of the 436,869 living in the U.S. Okay? I don't understand how that's even remotely related to this, but okay. It's 436,000. It's not like it's a lot of people. These people were only supposed to be here temporarily. And now you want us to just say, oh, you can stay? Fuck you. Seriously, fuck you. On a recent Monday afternoon, Navarro called a meeting at Centro Romero, a community organization in the Edgewater neighborhood that serves the bulk of TPS holders in Chicago. Navarro has renewed his status there over 3 years and now leads a group that advocates for TPS. Which Navarro could have taken that time, that effort, and that energy and worried about himself and applied for a fucking green card or citizenship. Oh my God. How hard would that have been? Instead of pushing this shit that we should just get to stay without putting an effort in. My God, this is pathetic. The group gathered in a computer lab where children studied while their parents renewed their protected status, practiced their English skills, and participated in adult education classes. Yet, none of them took the time to apply for permanent residency status, as in getting a green card, or for citizenship. They could take the time to fill out the paperwork for an extension, but they couldn't take the time to fill out the paperwork for legal residency permanently or citizenship. That makes absolutely no fucking sense. It makes no fucking sense that they could make the effort to fill out the paperwork to extend their thing, but couldn't. Oh, that's right, because it cost thousands upon thousands upon thousands of dollars that none of them wanted to save up and, invest into staying here permanently. They just figured, well, we're here now, they'll just let us stay. And now that that isn't the case, because you don't have these globalist shitbag, Democrats running the show right now, they're freaking out going, oh no, you can't take this away from me. Yeah, it's a privilege. Privileges can be revoked at any fucking time. Navarro said some people are afraid to renew their status, but that the group encourages people to follow the rules and fight for more permanent forms of immigration relief. Immigration relief, you're fucking refugees, number one. Number two, as I've already said over and over and over, you've had your chance. You could have filed for permanent residency status. You could have, applied for citizenship. But you chose not to do that. You chose. You made a choice. Now live with the results of your choice. That's how the world is supposed to work. Our country hasn't recovered from the war or the earthquakes. It's impossible to go back, Navarro said. We need Congress to hear us. Excuse me. You've had 20 fucking years to squirrel away a nut for a rainy day situation or a situation when you get fucked. You didn't use that money, as I've said multiple times, to pay for, permanent status, to get permanent status, or to friggin', apply for citizenship. You're going back to a country where the money it would take to do that, you can live like you and your family can live like fucking royalty. So shut the fuck up. I have no sympathy, if you couldn't tell. You people are pathetic. To qualify for TPS, immigrants have to pass a background check and pay an application fee. They have had to be present in the United States at the time that a TPS designation was initially made, a provision that was created in part to address concerns that the program would lead to a surge in new immigration, according to the Migration Policy Institute. Those who have been convicted of any felony or 2 or more misdemeanors in the U.S. are ineligible. Oh, kind of like how that's supposed to be the case with the fucking Dreamers, and you find out all these fucking criminals in the Dreamer group, and a lot of them got Dreamer status with their fucking criminal records. Yeah, sure, okay. Salvadorians who fled their country's civil war and were physically present in the United States as of September 1990 were granted temporary protected status. Salvador was also redesignated for the program because of the damage caused by 2 earthquakes that devastated the country in 2001. Immigration advocates say that the country is not prepared to receive thousands of people and that conditions are still very dangerous. They point out that the State Department warns people to reconsider travel to El Salvador because of crime. So wait a minute. El Salvador is a crime-ridden shithole, and it's our responsibility to protect nationals of that country from it being a crime-ridden shithole. It's up to us when they've had 17 fucking years to rebuild after earthquakes and didn't to deal with this situation? No. No. See, these people, all of them, been here for a while. They didn't make the effort. The ones who did, they get to stay, good. The ones who didn't, not our fucking problem. Alejandro Segura, 49, said he left El Salvador in 1999 and came to the U.S. on a religious worker visa. He applied for the TPS program in 2001 and settled in Joliet with his wife and sons, who were 4 and 7 at the time. Segura had worked as a teacher in El Salvador and left to do missionary work in the U.S. He and his wife decided to stay so that their children would have a shot at a better life. Okay? But yet, did you apply for your green cards? Did you apply for citizenship? No. You decided to milk the temporary protected status for every fucking thing you could. And now that the gravy train is running out, okay, on a free pass, you're freaking the fuck out. That's your own problem. Now, Segura manages a restaurant in Joliet. His children graduated from high school and work full-time. Segura worries that his sons will fall in with the wrong crowd in El Salvador. He said they primarily identify with American culture and mostly speak English. Okay? None of you made the effort to apply for permanent residency. None of you made the effort to apply for citizenship. They are adults. If they get involved with the wrong crowd, that's on them, and it's on you for raising kids who could be, taken in. But, that could, allow themselves to be taken in by the wrong crowd. Not my problem, not this country's problem, not anyone in this country's problem. It's all on you. It may not be so difficult for me to return because I already had a career and a life over there, he said. But my sons haven't. They're very young. Not anymore, they're adults. It should be they were very young. It'd be like sending them to the belly of the beast. They're adults. They're old enough to, if they were Americans to be drafted, fuck you. They can go and die for America. If they were Americans, they could be forced to go fight for America at their age and treated like adults. Fuck you. The family doesn't plan on returning to El Salvador anytime soon, Segura said. He has faith and confidence that the situation will work itself out. Oh yeah. Where the hell did that get you? That got you sitting here for how many years? Just short of two decades? A few years short of 2 decades? Hoping shit would just work out and now you're fucked? You're pathetic. Everything seems dark now, but we're going to do things the right way, he said. If we have to return, we will return with pleasure. No problem. The only thing I'm worried about is my kids. I don't think they'll be able to adapt over there. Well, you should have thought of that. And as I've said over and over in regards to this article, applied for legal residency for you and your kids or citizenship. If you'd done that, you wouldn't be in this situation now, would you? Maria Cruz visited Central Romero recently to renew her temporary protected status for the last time before the March 19th deadline. Cruz, 47, of West Suburban North Riverside, and her family traveled to the U.S. on a tourist visa in 2001 and applied for the program after learning about it on the news. She said it was a good opportunity for her children, who were 9, 7, and 3 at the time, to flee violence and violence and poverty in El Salvador. So basically, she fraudulently applied for a tourist visa and was going to, come in here on a tourist visa and illegally immigrate using it. But she saw this program and applied for it. You got to love that one. I've been here for 18 years. I pay taxes and I follow the rules, she said. So it's sad to hear that they want to deport us. If you followed the rules and you wanted permanent fucking status or citizenship, you would have made an effort. That would be following the rules. You knew this was temporary. Sorry. Cruz said she has 3 U.S.-born grandchildren and dreads the thought of being separated from them. Worse, she fears the prospect of returning to a country that her family says isn't ready to receive them. She should have thought of that and applied for her green card or citizenship. Sorry. I mean, I'm starting to sound like a broken fucking record on that note. How can we return to a situation like that? It's terrible, she said. My mom says you can't even take a walk in the neighborhood without being in danger. Should have thought of that. Where you've been here for what, 18 years? In 18 years you couldn't fucking solve this problem? Okay. Sure. President Donald Trump reportedly referred to El Salvador, Haiti, and some African nations as shithole countries in a January meeting to discuss a bipartisan immigration deal. The White House has denied that he used that phrase, though Senator Dick Durbin, Democrat Illinois, insists that Trump said it repeatedly. Yeah, and it's fucking true. If they weren't shitholes, these fucking people who did not make an effort to, I don't know, try to stay in the country, this country permanently by, applying, for a green card or citizenship, because they didn't make that effort, they're going to go back to those shitholes. They had every opportunity to not go back to those shitholes, okay? They came here because those countries are shitholes. So I guess the truth hurts. Because these people are trying to avoid going back to those countries because they are shitholes. I mean, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous fucking shit. You're trying to play this, they call them shitholes. Well, if the shoe fits, if it didn't, it wouldn't be so triggering to people like you. Navarro called Trump's remarks hurtful and said they motivated him to get involved in advocacy work. They're hurtful. This is coming from the fucking asshole who's trying to stay here because his country is a shithole? Sorry, the truth hurts, Navarro. You whiny little bitch. Fucking wah, fucking wah, fucking wah. Donald Trump thinks we're all part of MS-13, but that's not the case. No, he does not think you're all part of MS-13. He does not think that at all. A lot of people that are here illegally or on deferred DACA, deferred status because of DACA, there are a lot of people that are MS-13 under those notes. I'm not saying all. There are a lot, though. I'm not saying the majority of people in those categories are. But a lot of them are. MS-13. He knows that it's not all. But that is not the case, he said, referring to a criminal gang. He doesn't know the reality of the situation or why we're here. We didn't come here to take a single penny away from U.S. citizens. On the contrary, we are contributing to the country's economy. That is actually false in most cases. Most people that immigrate here from those regions of the world, whether it's legal or illegally, consume more than they contribute. That is a matter of, fact. I'm sorry to break that to you, but it is. Navarro said he left El Salvador in 1991 because of the 12-year civil war that destroyed his home. He entered the U.S. illegally in 1992 and applied for the program as soon as it was established. Now he works 2 jobs. He has a full-time cook and a part-time factory worker to help support his 3 U.S.-born children and pay his mortgage. Okay, and he wants to be fucking rewarded for being an illegal who got a reprieve, and then didn't make an effort to solidify his status in this country. Who's he want, a fucking cookie? No, that's right, he wants to stay permanently. Navarro said he's planning to apply for permanent residency through the U.S.-born daughter, who will be 21 in November and can apply on his behalf. Navarro said he wants to fight for other dreamers and people with temporary protected status who don't have that option. We want Congress to understand that we didn't come here to steal jobs or anything like that. We're not asking for a handout, Navarro said. We just want to stay. This is home. If you wanted to stay... All right, and the funny thing is you came here illegally, buddy, and you're trying to come from this thing of, oh, we have noble reason. Dude, you were a criminal who got a fucking reprieve, a temporary reprieve at that. And now you want it to be permanent. Sit and fucking spin. And for those of you who are wondering why I'm saying that, I just literally gave the finger to my monitor. Okay? Sit and fucking spin, Navarro. Okay? You know what? I feel bad for you. I really do. I feel bad for all of these temporary status people. But as this author pointed out, and I use that term author very, very, very lightly, okay, because I wouldn't even recall them a reporter, okay, and that would be even more light, very, very lightly used. But you've got this person, okay, who wrote this, pushing this fucking situation, and they even flat out said, oh, they've got a lot of U.S.-born kids. They've got a lot of ties, like spouses and things like that, that are American citizens. If that was the case, these people did not make an effort to apply for citizenship. Because if you have a child, a dependent child, who's an American, you can apply for green card status. He doesn't need his fucking daughter to do it. Okay, to apply on his behalf. Now he does because, she's going to be 21. But when she was a minor and an American citizen at that time, he had the ability to do it as her legal guardian. See, I love how these people don't make a fucking effort. Just came here, did their shit, didn't make an effort to stay, and now just expect to stay. It's pathetic. It's sad. It's disgusting. Yeah, it does make you feel bad. It does pull on the heartstrings, but it's pathetic. You made your beds. You lie in them. It's not our responsibility to take care of you, which is what you are asking. Even though you quote-unquote support yourselves, you want us to take care of you because you could not take care of yourselves and get your own shit in order. That's the bottom line. And I think I've covered this well enough, so I'm just going to leave things here. If you liked this video, depending on where you are watching it, please give it an upvote or thumbs up. If you want to know when new content of mine hits the internet, don't forget to subscribe to one or more of my social media or video accounts listed here. Also, with YouTube, don't forget to ring that bell. You can find all of my video content on both BitChute and YouTube. This may not be the case with other places I upload to, but I will try to minimize this happening. You are always welcome to interact with me at any of these sites on the list, so feel free to do so. If you have anything you want me to cover in a video, when it comes to news or current events, send it right along to me. I will try to do my best to cover it. As always, thank you for watching.